everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am just lounging in the living room right now. So the other day I was on TikTok and I found a girl that reupholstered a chair using blankets, and she used like Sherpa blankets, and the chair actually ended up turning out so cute. So after I saw her TikTok video, I basically was like, I think I need to do this too. So I started doing a little bit of research, and Boucle chairs range from about $800 to $1,500 a chair. They are very, very expensive. However, I think that we can totally create this for like under $300. I don't have much experience with upholstery, so this is going to be a very trial and error. You guys are gonna come along with me on this journey. Oh, I love the vacuum that's sitting right there. But besides that, let's go ahead, let's head out. I'm gonna head to IKEA and we can get started on this chair makeover. Wish me luck, you guys. All right, you guys, so this is the chair that I am looking at. I like this chair because it has a rounded back to it, and I have this like design idea I might incorporate. It also seems like the fabric comes off of the base. I don't know if that is something that occurs, but it does seem like it might be able to be pulled off easily, which is really nice. And then it has a cushion here, and I believe there's also a pillow here, however, it's currently missing. This chair is $149 and it's called Tousta, but this is the one I'm really liking, and it's the one I like the most out of all of these armchairs that they have. Guys, on further examination, you can actually get the armchair frame for $119 and the chair cover for $30. So I'm not even gonna need the actual cover, I'll just need the armchair frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up in the service area over here. Got it. All right, you guys, so I found this stunning kind of boucle style fabric.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get this.
All right, sorry guys, the guy came in and got scared, but this is the white one. He already took the one that I'm going to be getting. It looks like this. It's like a very plush kind of fabric here. This is $39 a yard, which I know is quite a bit, but I got 2.5 yards, which would basically make this project to be about $200 total. So I am hoping that with the 2.5 yards, I'll be able to cover the entire chair. I'm gonna use every last scrap of it. All right, guys, I got my big fabric roll. It ended up costing $100. It was $97, which just seems so expensive, but I'm still hoping I should be able to make this chair for under $300, which is kind of what I'm basing my goal off of. So I got the fabric and I'm ready to head home, and I'm gonna start working on the project tomorrow. All right, you guys, hello, good morning. It is day 2 of this little transformation. I woke up bright and early to start because I'm very, very excited for this chair makeover. I have been dying to do another large scale project. So I have my big chair here. I also have my tools here. I'll pop them up on the screen if you are curious. And then I also have my pool noodles. And then over there is the fabric from the fabric store. So I have my chair, I have all my supplies. I'm ready to go, and let's start this project. Wish me luck. I'm crossing my fingers. Okay, here's the cushion and the foam. I'm gonna set this aside. We have the chair legs and this paper. I just unrolled a huge amount of this fabric, you guys, and it is so pretty. Like, I wish you could touch this in person. I want to literally sleep in this. It's so thick and it's such nice quality, and the backside has this nice little like meshing on it. So I'm very excited to actually work with this fabric. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's more of like an oatmeal color as opposed to this like optic white, which I think just elevates the whole vibe of it as well. So I'm very excited to use this. Let's get started by cutting the pool noodles. Alrighty guys, so as you could probably see, this is the whole backside of the chair. It curves all the way around. Now I got these pool noodles because what I figured I can do is almost create like a scalloped kind of tufting, which I think will add such a vibe to this chair. And I thought the best way to do that was with pool noodles. So I actually cut this one down the center already with a serrated knife, and I'm going to then go ahead and glue these down. I ended up getting 5 of them, which I'm hoping will stretch the entire kind of span of this backing of the chair. Okay guys, so as you remember, I bought 2.5 yards of this fabric, and I'm going to be working with it on the full bolt. That way I just have enough and I'm not cutting it. I'm gonna pull this back and kind of push this fabric underneath, leaving like at least, you know, a little bit at the bottom so I can upholster it under there. But I'm gonna start off by stapling down this section right there. I'm gonna grab a couple of pins and just kind of like, I guess, insert them here just to hold this fabric in place while I work on the back side of the chair. So the pool noodle's underneath here. I'm gonna pull this over now. And I'm basically just gonna be stapling it as close as I can in this crease right here. That way when I add my next pool noodle, it'll butt up and you won't be able to see those staples in there. I flipped the fabric back over now that I stapled in that crease, and I'm gonna apply my second noodle piece, which I can just use the remainder from our first one and just kind of press it up against that edge there. All right guys, so as you can see, I applied the first noodle in here. I stapled in the crease. I applied our second noodle right here, and it looks amazing. You cannot see the staples at all. It's nice and secure. So basically, I'm going to be continuing this process around the entire backside by applying a noodle down with hot glue, just kind of to hold it in place. Stapling right here as close as I can, making sure to pull the fabric tight, and then continuing the process by adding another noodle and just going all the way around. Alrighty guys, so I ran into a problem I was hoping I would not experience. Basically, I ran out of fabric. I just don't have enough to go back around to this section here. As you can see, there's a ton of overflow of fabric, and this is because the actual bolt was really long. So this section here, I was meaning to kind of upholster on the inside. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and finish off the bottoms here. So just kind of pull the fabric down, staple it to the bottom so that the bottom has a nice clean finish. I kind of did an example of it right here, if you could see. So I'm gonna staple that all the way around so the noodles don't show and the bottom is nice and clean. And then I'm going to flip it over and staple the fabric on the inside. And then I'm gonna see where I am. I'm gonna have to go grab some more fabric, but I might have some scrap extra once I cut off the extra from the inside. So we shall see, but this is where we're at so far. It looks incredible, by the way. I love this kind of like tufting around the edge and the scallop edge. I think it looks really, really nice and kind of interesting. So I'm gonna continue on. All right guys, so at this point I have pleated and stapled down as much of the fabric that I can, but as you can see, I have this extra here, which I'm hoping will be enough to finish off this kind of corner edge. So I'm gonna go through and just take my fabric scissors and cut pretty close here, not all the way, but pretty close so I can get as much of that fabric as I can. So what I'm actually going to do now is remove the pins, and I'm going to hot glue down this fabric, which I know sounds a little crazy. It's not super professional at all, but I'm just gonna have to do that to keep it in place. There's nothing for me to actually attach it to here, so I can't staple it or anything. So I'm just going to use my industrial hot glue from Gorilla Glue and just glue this all the way down. And then I'm gonna be able to actually pleat this kind of over the top like this, staple it down. So the only way this fabric would ever come undone is if someone literally reaches their finger in there and rips it out. So it's not really like this exposed edge will be shown at all. It'll still be fully covered, and I think that will just give it a nice clean finish on the arm. All right guys, so there's new fabric here. I got 1.5 yards of brand new fabric, and I'm going to have to kind of, I guess, blend it in with this one. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to go through and cut this pretty close, and then I'm going to take my fabric here, right side down, and I'm going to staple it in the crease. That way when I put the new foam here, it could cover up this edge, and then I can fold it over the top of the foam, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna start off by doing, and then hopefully be able to finish off this entire section here, and then add the bottom part as well. right, you guys, I finished off the right arm as I did the left arm. And as you can see, the added fabric is right about here, but you can literally not even tell, even on the back side. And now I just want to add a little fabric piece here. So I think I'm going to do that next. All right, you guys, this is where I am leaving off for the day. It is actually getting really dark outside. I turned up the brightness quite a bit, but this is turning out so incredible so far. It's looking really symmetrical as well, which I was kind of scared about that it wouldn't, but it looks pretty good. All I have to do tomorrow is the seat cushion and then the little pillow, and that is all. And I'm going to style it. Very, very excited for this piece. I can't believe this is turning out so incredible, honestly. I'm very, very excited about this. So I will catch you guys tomorrow and we will continue working on this chair. So it should be pretty quick today. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the cushion now. I have an idea of how I'm going to do it, which is probably a little bit different than how you would traditionally do a seat cushion. Alrighty guys, so I have the seat cushion here. As you can see, it is uncovered and I have my fabric with the right side facing down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it out, but leaving myself enough space that I'm able to wrap this up because this is going to be the bottom side of the cushion here. So I'm probably gonna leave about 6 inches of space all the way around here and just cut out a square of fabric. So I'm gonna pull this up and I'm going to go through my fabric and then I'm gonna go through the actual fabric of the cushion. And I'm using this orange embroidery floss just so you guys can see, but you can use something more as the color of your fabric if you'd like to. And I'm literally just going to roughly sew this around the entire cushion. And this is just going to keep our fabric in place and ensure that it's not going to move on the cushion. And then if for some reason it gets dirty, you can easily replace this fabric by just pulling out the thread. You don't have to go and like, you know, get a whole new cushion or anything. You can just replace the thread and the fabric and you're good to go. So I'm gonna sew this all the way around the exterior of the cushion. Now when I reach a corner here, you guys, all I'm going to do is kind of pull it so that our front looks the best because this is the only visible part here. And then I'm just gonna fold this up and continue stitching all the way around. All right, you guys, I added in the cushion. It looks incredible. I do want to go in and kind of fix this little section here. I think I'm going to try to pull some of this extra fabric over. And then I also created this pillow as well, which came with the chair base. However, sadly, it did not film. I was filming it and I came back and I didn't click record. I cut out the fabric, sewed it on. It's gonna go in the back of the chair like that. I just have to add a nice, cute little touch. And all we have to do that is left for this boucle chair is add on the legs. So let's add those on. All right, guys, the chair is styled right there. So let me go ahead and reveal it to you in 5/4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1 1/4, 1 1/8, 1. Okay, I'll do it now. Alright, you guys, so that finishes today's IKEA Flip Viral Project Transformation for a fraction of the price. I absolutely love the outcome of this boucle chair. I think that the tufting and just like the additional pleats and the whole backside with the noodles, this section here is just so fun and interesting. It just makes it a little bit different than, you know, just upholstering a chair as you traditionally would by just stretching the fabric and having it kind of go over everything. I really wanted to create an interesting chair from both the front and the back side. So if you had a chair like this in a room where you kind of could walk around the full thing and it wasn't against a wall, you get a ton of visual interest from the front and back. That actually wasn't even planned at all, but it kind of fit along perfectly. But yeah, that's today's project. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It was so much fun, and I knew right when I saw this kind of chair base and it popped in my head the idea, I had to get on it, which I'm very, very early. I actually have never filmed a video so quickly. I think I was just very, very excited for this one. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you would like to see more of these kind of like one-off, more vloggy style projects, because I could definitely do more of them for you guys. guys. And I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have an amazing rest of your day, and do not forget to subscribe for brand new home decor and DIY content every single week. We are so close to 1 million, you guys. We're at like 950. Absolutely insane. So make sure to subscribe if you are not already. Turn that bell icon on, and we are good to go. I'll catch you guys all in my next one. Have an amazing day. Bye, guys.